Assalamu alaikum.
Welcome to Buttercup Primary School.
Buttercup Primary School is a school where children will get to know Allah. There's a lot of creativity and fun and academics integrated within. Our aim is to provide a safe environment for the children where they will enjoy learning both the deen and the dunya, and inshallah have a holistic time. The curriculum in school is an integration of the Islamic ethos into the national curriculum. And what we do is we try to plan ahead so that every aspect of the school curriculum will have that Islamic ethos running through it. This will help us to ensure that our children are getting the right type of balanced education so that they can have a holistic upbringing. And it makes an amazing outcome because the tarbiyah is integrated within and woven in to the school curriculum. So in our schooling, the children get to learn about not just Allah, but also khidmah to society and the community. We host lots of thematic events that interrelate to the work that they have to do for others. It's not about, we try to create our children to become selfless as opposed to selfish. The school curriculum was inspired by some of the works from Ibn Khaldun and Imam al-Ghazali, where it was all about creating the soul, looking at the soul and the human being. The real human being is you inside. Within our curriculum, we cultivated those kind of work so that our children get to understand who they are, so they can navigate their emotions, their strengths, their weaknesses, to enable them to become a better human being.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
Prayer is very important. It's a very important aspect of all Islamic schools. In Buttercup especially, what we tend to do is we teach from foundation stage the general surahs that they will need. When they go into key stage 1, it's more about proficiency as well as the du'as that are needed for salah. By end of key stage 2, they move on to something called the art of salah, where it's not really private prayer, but they get taught conjugally by the teacher the positions and the importance of the positions, why we do ruku, why the sajda is a very precious position, how they should conduct themselves with their body language. By the end of year 2, our children will gain that kind of understanding. You can imagine when the children are entering into tafsir, by year 6, their behavior is more reformed, their conduct is also changing, and their relationship is developing. And that coincides with the 99 names of Allah that we do. Because knowing Allah and developing a relationship is also to get to know Him. Allah has many names, and in our school we make that effort of doing one of the names of Allah during each week, where they will learn it and it will be drama based, where the explanation will be given and how to implement it, so that this way they can go home and manifest it in their own life. There was a funny one that we did, it was Al-Hadi, and I tend to always get the hard names, and I was thinking, how am I going to deliver Al-Hadi? And I was doing this assembly, and I was telling the kids, who remembers Nemo? Who's seen Nemo the cartoon? Nemo got lost. I said, Allah's name Al-Hadi is the one who is the guide. So if ever you feel lost, you call upon Allah's name Al-Hadi and He will be there. I mean, our children are very competitive. They enjoy sports. They've recently had cricket and inter-school football matches, which they've thoroughly enjoyed. Our children get to not only stay active and fit and develop, themselves in their fitness, but they understand that sportsmanship.
Buttercup Primary has been benefiting my children a lot, so I can see that they've got the certain Islamic characteristics that they've picked up, certain adab that they've picked up from being here, i.e. like manners and things like that, but also in terms of the education. So my children are always coming home and telling me little stories and saying, oh Ummi, do you know this, or do you know that this happened in Islamic history, or do you know this about the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which is really nice for me as a parent. It's really heartwarming to feel like they actually are learning, but also understanding what they're learning. They're engaging with what they're learning, which is, I feel, is really important.
I've had a good experience from nursery to year 4.
It's like, I could call it my second home because I've been here since nursery.
It gives me like more courage, like to stand up.
I like about Buttercup how friends are really supportive.
They have lots of activities and I get to make lots of friends.
The lessons are fun.
I love learning about the Prophet in Islamic studies, so it helps us with our knowledge.
We sometimes do activities, we learn Arabic and we learn new words.
In Buttercup, we learn a lot about Islam, our religion.
We started learning how to pray at school and how to do the adhan.
And we also have English, math, science test as well.
The teacher always teaches us about something Islamic that has to do with that topic we're learning about.
Islamic studies is my favourite lesson. I get to learn everything.
I will never forget my kind, lovely teachers at Buttercup.
The motivation, for example, like my deputy head, Mushahida, say for example we give up on like one of the questions, she motivates us not to give up, always keeps us on target.
Some special memories are the trips I've been on with the class.
It's really beautiful that I can really like appreciate all these like studies and I just thank Allah every time I come back from school.